Okay, let me erase my screen. This is called the Ichimoku cloud, something that I enjoy using. Okay, the Ichimoku cloud is this right here, right? And hold on, let me erase all this stuff. Okay, so how to use the Ichimoku cloud. So the red line is called the conversion line, and the blue line is called the baseline. So how this actually works, you never want to take a trade whenever price is in the cloud. So you always want to wait, because trading is about patience. So you always want to be very patient when trading. So just say right now, I'm going to show you something real quick. If you notice, this red conversion line crossed over the blue line, which is called the Kumo crossover. I usually place trades anytime I see this happen. And it's above the cloud. Price got to be above the cloud. You never want to trade in the cloud. So if you notice, once the conversion line crossed over the blue line, which is the Kumo crossover, it went straight up for the buy. It then created a higher high. So what I do now, so what I would have did first is went over here, and I would have drew a line where my previous higher high was at. And that just helps me know where price is going at. Price is always going to hit where it previously hit at before. So I would have entered the trade somewhere around here, and I would have put my take profit about right here. And if you notice, once the conversion line crossed over the blue line, it went straight up for a buy, and it hit my previous high, which would have actually sold the currency right here, and I would have been in profit. And then the market retests, and it came all the way back down, which I wouldn't have traded yet. I would have just waited, let it play itself out. It came down here, so I would have went down here because this is the new previous low, and I would have put a line right here, which would have been my new support line. This should have been my new support line, and this would have been my new previous higher high. So I wouldn't have gotten the trade here. I would have waited, but it's still above the cloud, so the buy is still valid, but I like to wait and just make sure before actually placing the trade. And if you notice, it bounced on the new support, and then it came all the way up to resistance, and then it retested. It came back up to the new resistance. So that just let me know that this is a pretty strong resistance, which is good. And then it retests. It came back down, created another lower low, and then back to a new higher high, which is still right here. Then it came back down. I like to trade breakout, so anytime it's bouncing in between this, I will place a trade depending on the conversion and my baseline, which is the conversion is the red line and the blue line is my baseline. So if you notice right here, the red line cross over the blue line again, so the red line is higher. Anytime the red line is above the blue line and it's above the cloud, that's just giving me verification that the buy is valid. And if you notice, it shot straight up and created a newer higher high, which, let me get rid of this, and I'm gonna redraw it so you guys can see it. Okay, this is my new higher high. I'm gonna stroll my chart over a little bit so you guys can see. Now, it didn't break it, so this is the higher high, and then it dropped. And if you notice, the red line, which is my conversion line, it dropped under the blue line. And I don't usually place trades anytime it's still above the cloud, because that's just letting me know that the buy is still valid. But if I want to get in to get some quick money, I can do it. So this is going to be my new support line. So if you notice, it came down to new support. It bounced off that. And then it went straight up for a new higher high, which it will hit this higher high again because of the previous higher high. Price always goes back to its past place, wherever it was at. It's always going to hit this. So once it hit that, I would have just paid attention to what my conversion and baseline was doing, and then I would have, so it's guaranteed it's going to go for the sale, and then hit that because it's showing me all of these candles right here, giving me verification that this support line is strong, and it's strong right here also. It only came a little bit, but then bounced back up. So if I got in trade just right here, just to get some profit, I would have put my take profit right here, because I don't know whether it's going to break out past that. I just don't know. So I would have had to wait. So I would have waited to about, if it did hit this and bounce down and then retest, I would have got back in the trade about right here. I would have entered the trade right here and put my take profit back down on here for it to go right back down. And that's how you trade. It's pretty easy.